Let's talk about 3 simple ways to warm up your voice for a day in the vocal booth. Now, we want to target the 3 areas that are responsible for your voice. We've got our diaphragm, we've got our throat, and of course, our mouth. So let's start with stretching out our diaphragm. Now, of course, you can always do some physical stretches, some little side to sides. This is gonna be a great way to stretch out your core to start the day, but let's start by taking in some nice deep breaths, holding them for a few seconds, and then releasing. So in, hold, and release. And there are a lot of great benefits for starting your day with breathing. You have increased breath support, elasticity in your core muscles, and it can even help with some bad posture. While we're doing this, we want to think about opening up our chest and our diaphragm. The slow breathing also has some great mental benefits for you. It helps slow your mind, reduces anxiety, helps you gather your thoughts, and all around it's just a really good way to put yourself in the right mindset to perform. Now we'll want to do each of these exercises about 10 times before moving on to the next steps. Okay, let's move on to warm up number 2. Now we're going to want to start including our larynx or our voice box. To do this, we want to start with pitch. Now, keep in mind, we're combining this with the previous step, so we're adding our throat into the mix. We're still focusing on our core, we're just adding our throat now. So let's start by taking a deep breath in again, and this time humming. We'll want to go up as high as we can, and then back down as low as we can, and up, and back down. Now feel free to take deep breaths whenever you need them, and remember to use as much air as you can because we're still working on stretching out our diaphragm. You don't need to take so much air in that it hurts or anything like that, just enough to have a good stretch. And feel free to do this about 10 times before moving on to the next step. Next, we can do some dynamics work. So this is gonna help us with our vocal control. So let's pick a note, and we'll hum that note again. And this time we wanna fade in and out. So fade to nothing and then get as loud as possible and then back to nothing again. And you want to stay on the same pitch as much as possible and really pay attention to which muscles your body is activating to do this. Finally, we're going to want to get our mouth moving. Now we'll need to target 3 different areas within the mouth. So we have the tongue, the lips, and the mouth shape itself. Let's start by focusing on the lips. Now this exercise is a really fun one. It's called lip trills. You've probably heard singers do this before. We're going to mimic that last exercise by going up and down with a hum, but this time we're going to be buzzing our lips. So let's go all the way up. And all the way back down. And all the way up. And all the way back down. And when you feel your lips starting to get a little bit tingly and a little bit numb, that's probably a good time to take a break. Next, let's stretch out the cheeks and the jaw with a couple large yawns and open mouth stretches. So just big yawns, like so, and a little side to side. You're gonna feel a little silly doing this, but it really helps stretch out that jaw. And finally, we wanna stretch out our tongue and of course our mind. And what a better way to do that than with some good old fashioned tongue twisters. One of the ones that I really like is just saying toy boats over and over again. It is surprisingly difficult. Toy boats, 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 toy boats. Now we're really focusing on trying to fire up the connection between our brain and our mouth, and we want complete control of all the mechanisms involved in making those sounds. Another good one, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Now I'm thinking less about speed and racing through it and more about control. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Am I maintaining control at all times? That's what you wanna focus on while you're doing these tongue twisters. And feel free to go off script here. If you have some good tongue twisters that you know that really give your mouth a good run for its money, feel free to do those. And finally, and this one's really important, I probably should have opened with this one, but drink some water, please. Also, if you have any really good vocal warm-ups that you love, please put them down in the comments below because we'd love to hear from you and we'd love to learn from you as well. As always, happy auditioning. We'll see you in the next one.